Hello fellow artists and welcome to Drawfusion, the game where several artists fuse their ideas to create some crazy character designs. Here's how the game works. First, each artist will spin a wheel which will decide what aspect of a character prompt they will get to choose an idea for. Once everyone has decided on their ideas, all of them will be fused into one nonsensical character design prompt. Everyone will then design a character based on this newly made prompt. Once all the designs are complete, everyone will then reveal their wacky creations to the others. Without any further ado, let's get drawing. Do we have our first volunteer, our first tribute to spin the wheel?
Dude, I'll go first.
Alrighty.
Do me.
June, this is your spin. This will be what you get to decide for the character prompt.
The world's my oyster.
Ooh, okay.
I know what I'm doing. I'm prepared. I'm set.
You've already got something?
I'm so ready.
That's a good one. You can
boy.
always have fun picking like some random ass weapon for us to design.
Yeah, I guess just go crazy, huh?
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Alright, some normal artist. This will
I'm
be
crossing
your
my
spin.
fingers. Nice. Okay, I'm fine with that one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You happy with
That's a
that?
good one.
Slay.
I'm very happy
I'll
with
go
it.
next.
Alright, Phoenix is next. Alright, here we go. Only a couple left to choose from.
It went by so fast.
Oh, the character's hobby. You can get creative.
I'm just going to be
this.
stewing on this, okay? Like I don't got an immediate idea. I'm just going to stew a little bit.
We're down to the coin toss, so
Yep.
I'll go.
Alright, so you either get the setting or the race/species.
Good luck, Harry.
Oh, the species of the character.
I can work with that.
Alright, which leaves me with the setting. So this is where the character lives or just where they're based in the illustrations.
I chose bow and arrow because I wanted to be good at bow and arrow as a kid. And I think that there's nothing cooler than being good at bow and arrow. It's just such a good skill.
I chose stands from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because JoJo stands are basically just having superpowers but with actual interesting designs. You know, instead of shooting boring laser beams from your eyes, maybe you could design a humanoid figure who shoots the beams for you.
Okay, so the first thought I had was feeding city rodents. I need some city rodent representation. That is all. I rest my case. That is my idea. That is a very valid hobby, I would say.
For the species, I chose rhinoceros, just because I happen to think big dumb animals are fun.
For the setting, I chose it to be in a back alley. So safe to say, these characters are probably going to end up being homeless. Are you guys ready to hear this prompt we come up with?
Ready.
Okay,
I'm ready.
let me
Yeah,
read
man.
this out for you. I'm gonna do my YouTube voice. This character is a rhinoceros who uses a bow and arrow and spends their free time feeding rodents. They have a stand as a power from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and they are currently located somewhere in a back alley.
I mean, the back alley part makes sense in a way.
That actually comes together better than expected. Like feeding rodents in a back alley.
I'll be so honest. I've not seen a single episode of JoJo's. What is a stand?
Instead of the characters in that show, instead of having superpowers, they kind of all have a buff spirit animal that does their superpowers
no,
for
that's
them.
essentially
Okay.
There's more open-endedness to it. Like, the stand could be like an object, the stand could be like a superpower that the person has. It's like, how they describe it is like a power that matches your personality.
I'd love to see a rhinoceros using a bow and arrow.
That is going to be
This
a
is gonna be
logistical difficulty, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to come together beautifully, even though it seems terrible. Like, right? It's like, what is this?
It'll all come together in the end.
It'll come together. You all. I believe in all of you. I believe in myself. Okay.
One eternity later.
I was very scared when we got the prompt, and these turned out so fucking awesome. I'm so excited, but also terrified.
Oh, dude, that prompt was, I think that might have been the hardest prompt we've done for one of
That
these
prompt
collabs.
was crazy.
Okay, now, how do we decide who goes first? Who's the most confident in their artistic abilities with this artwork?
I am most confident. Please let me show my art.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see it.
Hi everyone, this is Phoenix Masked. I started off by sketching what kind of shape I wanted for the rhino, as well as how I'd be incorporating the bow and arrow. Ultimately, I decided the concept would be like a rhino running through an alleyway with its stand nearby. I sketched in where everything would be and played around with the style quite a bit, including even like trying a little bit of realism, though ultimately going for a more stuffed animal, cartoony kind of feel. My concept is definitely not really rooted in reality, it's just a good time, basically. It likes to feed animals, well, feed rodents, you know, and that's kind of all there is to it. A lot of the time was just spent rendering, honestly, once I had the concept down, and it was pretty straightforward beyond that. It's just something a little bit whimsical because, hey, I don't really see anything realistic about this prompt here. I don't see anything realistic.
Oh my goodness.
Just a rhino on a mission.
I won't lie, that looks super good. I like how he's like riding it. That's actually so clever. I love that.
The shading on the horn is very nice.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I love the rendering.
I thought since our rhinos like had to hold a bow and arrow, I thought everyone would go for like the anthropomorphic,
Yeah.
like give them hands, but like having the
No.
arrow like on their like the bow in tandem with their
with the
horn,
ear.
that's creative. I like that idea.
Yeah, I was wondering how many other people were gonna make the horn the arrow, 'cause that's what I did.
Whoa!
The trend I see with that little raccoon in the back is freaking
Yeah.
adorable. Oh
There's
my
a raccoon
goodness.
and a little mouse rat. I didn't decide. It's probably more mouse-like. I don't know. It just wants to go, you know, feed all the rodents in the city. That's its main hobby. It loves it.
What a kind and generous rhino.
Is it using its ears to draw the quiver?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
whatever.
That
So
is
fun.
its intention.
That is
Super fun.
incredible.
I imagine it just has the strongest stand, but it doesn't know like how to use it.
I imagine it just completely not in use. It's just there for the ride.
You know, and the strangest thing about this is not even close to being an impossible thing to actually happen in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Really?
Yeah, no, this genuinely looks freaking sick. I love the colors. I love the concept. It's so cute. Very cool.
Thank you, everyone. That's mine. That's mine.
Who goes next? Who is the next volunteer?
I could go next. The little disclaimer I'll give is I'm not a JoJo person. I had some friends show me some different fight scenes, and I ended up going with like what I understood a stand to be. I didn't necessarily design it to look like a stand. It just kind of got the vibes. But here I got two little boys for you guys. While I can't say I've ever had the urge to draw a rhino before, I really wanted to design characters that were true to my interests and that I would actually enjoy having as OCs. So I went in a vaguely cyberpunky, super saturated, kind of streetwear dress duo. Vaguely cyberpunk because if they're located in a back alley, then they're probably poor. So Quarry's horn is the only reference to cyberpunk as it's the only upgrade that they could afford. I thought rather than having Quarry feed and befriend literal rats, that he could have an anthro rat friend, and that rat character would have a much more anime boy with cute animal features look to really juxtapose Quarry being a more animalistic looking character and to have a direct side-by-side comparison for exactly how huge Quarry is. And then to utilize the idea of a stand and to include a reference to the symbiotic relationship between rhinos and oxpeckers, I gave Quarry this really elongated magical bird that could act as ammunition for the compound bow that's replaced his horn. I think the two of them hop from shitty hotel to shitty hotel as they travel the world and claim bounties on criminals' heads through vigilante justice.
Oh my goodness! Holy shoot!
These are my hobo brothers.
Oh my
That's
god.
so nice.
These are two
Oh,
homeless little bounty hunters. I saw a lot about how rhinos, like, they get poached a bunch for their horns. So I thought people have them removed to try and protect the rhinos. I thought, what if this rhino, like, sold his horn? And they're, like, in a sort of cyberpunk setting, but they're super broke. So what if he sold his horn so that he could get an upgrade? And his upgrade is, like, this bow and arrow. And his stand sort of equivalent thingy is this, like, little energy oxpecker that can shoot itself like the arrow, and it's super fast and strong.
Dude, wait, that lore goes
That is
hard
a
though.
very
Oh
unique
my
idea.
goodness.
Super cool. It's super
Dude,
cool.
that
I
is
love
so
it.
creative. Oh my, I wish I thought of something like that. That is actually insane.
These are my fucking boys. You're gonna love these guys.
Hobo bounty hunter.
Wait, what? So he just hunts hobos?
Are they hobos who are bounty hunters, or are they bounty hunters who hunt hobos?
That's what I thought.
The idea was that because like they feed rodents, that like Quarry has like some money from his bounty hunting, and that he knows what it's like to be on the street, so like he gives some money to people sometimes, and he fed later once, and later is he's another orphan who's just been on the streets forever, so he just starts following Quarry around. They're just homeless, living off vibes, making money, capturing bounties or claiming bounties or whatever.
Dude, oh my god, there is so much
love that
personality in these characters already. I would watch an entire show about them just from these two
Yeah,
images.
these are captured in your art. Like, you made the designs, you made them feel like, yeah, I could see this animated. I could see this be a thing. I want to know more about
I
these
want more.
characters. What must I give? What must I give?
Feel like 30 pages in my sketchbooks just drawing rhinos in a blind like fear. I was like, what the fuck do I do with these guys? So yeah, thank you, Harry, for making us draw a rhino, but also this was the best thing that I feel like I've made in a while. So also, thanks so much.
You are very welcome. I can go next if you like.
Oh, Harry's volunteering. You were the one who wanted us to draw a rhino, so this better be a gosh darn crazy looking rhino.
Answer for your crimes.
Alright, I'm gonna level with you here. I was instructed to talk about my design for a minute or two over the speed paint, but I really don't have that much to say about it. It's really just your regular, everyday rhinoceros with a bow and arrow that feeds rodents in his spare time. He wears a sleeveless leather jacket, for modesty, of course. Wouldn't want to look like an exhibitionist, right? I guess if it doesn't have sleeves, it's not really a jacket, is it? Anyhow, what else is there to say here? He's got a stand, like from the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure multimedia franchise. Its superpower is making cheese for the rodents, which is weirdly not that unlikely a thing to happen in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think that just about covers everything of note here, but it looks like I've still got time to kill. I know. Here's a joke. So, two television antennas meet on a roof and fall in love, and eventually they decide to get married. Let me tell you, the ceremony wasn't much, but the reception was incredible.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Okay.
freaking Jesus!
I can
Damn.
see that framed.
The cheese stand goes crazy.
Well, if he's feeding rodents, and he's in a back alley, that means he's probably feeding mice, and mice eat cheese. So he's got to get the cheese from somewhere.
He's got to
right?
get
So
the cheese from somewhere, yeah.
He's got his stand that makes cheese.
Oh my god, the
That
cheese
is
stand
crazy.
goes hard. This image goes hard. Feel free to screenshot.
Nothing gets him fed faster like shooting him with cheese.
The pose of the stand is super JoJo.
Yeah, I was gonna say the like artistic pose that like JoJo stands usually have. I love that, and it just has a big piece of cheese on its head.
It's so dramatic. The cheese makes it even more dramatic.
It elevates the cheese to a whole new level.
And the rhino looks
Yeah.
really good too. You drew that like beautifully. Got abs and everything.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
I can't say I've had occasion to draw a ripped rhinoceros before, but I'm fairly happy with how it came out for a first attempt.
I can't believe you made a whole ass painting for this.
Go big or go home, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with
Pretty
with
much.
magic cheese men and
Oh gosh.
rhinoceros
Magic
archers.
Cheese Man deserves nothing but the best.
All right, well, seeing all of your guys' drawings got me like feeling depressed because they're all so colorful and like cartoony, and I love it. And mine's sort of more grounded in realism. So
Oh.
I hope you guys don't think it looks too boring. This is probably the worst prompt I could have ever been given because I don't know how to draw any of the things that the others picked. Rhino, bow and arrow, rats. Skynix also decided to prompt us a background, which I did not expect because he didn't do that last time. So yeah, I kind of went into this with low expectations, but I don't think I did that bad. I was kind of creatively dry when drawing this because I wasted my brain power on finals for college. So I tried getting the lighting to carry my drawing because I wanted my stand to be glowing and look super cool like he was made of crystals. I also made the bow and arrow the stand arrow from JoJo since I thought that would be clever. The only thing I wish I did better was the composition of my drawing, which is kind of my fault for not planning the drawing very well, and I wish there was more contrast. For some reason, the entire drawing looked like it was the same brightness, and it was kind of hard to fix. Anyways, even though I'm kind of shitting on my drawing, I still like the way it turned out. It made me draw things that I wasn't really comfortable drawing.
Oh!
Now, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Damn, that's
Ooh,
a
this one's
beefy
fun.
boy.
I feel like mine looks like too, like, natural, not exaggerated enough.
Yeah. It juxtaposes the cool little like phantom stand bow and archer thing he's got going. It works really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
the way you
very
rendered
clean,
that
too. I
stand.
like that.
It's like this glowing blue aura. It looks beautiful.
You know what? I do like glowing things, so you give it 10 out of 10 if we weren't even ranking these. I'm just saying 10 out of 10. I'm throwing that out there. It's a new metric only for you.
Oh, I just spotted the teeny weeny little rodents down
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Look at
Oh,
them.
the ones by his feet, yeah. I like him crushing the box of food in his hand.
The feeding rodents was the hardest part for me because I'm like, I don't know how to incorporate this into my drawing. If he's like supposed to be badass, how am I supposed to make him feeding rodents?
Badassly feeding rodents.
It's badass to be kind.
That's
Radical.
the kind of messaging I need to hear more of.
All right, last guy.
Okay. Let me show you my rhino. Alrighty, so for this piece, I had to draw a rhino character, and I have never drawn a rhino before. So yeah, thanks for adding that to the prompt, Harry. But yeah, so it was a bit of a struggle figuring out how to draw a rhino character. I definitely referenced like those rhinos from Kung Fu Panda in order to like draw it better. But I think I got it in the end. I also had to add some rats in the foreground here for the character to feed. I think rats are pretty easy to draw. I think they look pretty cute. I think definitely the most interesting part of this drawing is the stand I had to draw on the back. So when I was researching stands from like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they all seem to be like designed really whimsically and crazy. So I tried to capture those kind of design aspects of my stand, and I think it turned out really cool. But yeah, overall, I think like the composition and the final lighting of this piece really brings it together. I'm really happy with it, and I can't wait to see what the others think.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god.
Ooh, I like the composition of this piece. He's gonna kill that little fucking rat.
Wait, why is he gonna kill him?
So you'd think when someone's feeding rodents, they're just doing it to be kind or whatnot. But my guy lives in the alleyway, right? He needs to get his food from somewhere. So what he does is he gathers some breadcrumbs and he scatters them about, and he lures in these little rats, and then he uses his stand ability, which I've called Golden Quiver because that sounds cool, to shoot these rats with arrows, and then he cooks them up and eats them because he needs his sustenance from somewhere, right?
I'm with that.
The sweat on the rats, it's like, no.
It's about to
It's
die.
over.
I really like the line of action in this piece. Guides the eye very nicely.
Yeah, we got a whole like golden ratio.
Yeah, the nice little swirl, the compositional swirl.
That is clean as hell, I'm not gonna lie.
Very slick.
But I like the attention to detail you had too with all the, graffiti, the trash can, the fan.
Yeah.
All that back there really like sets a little scene here.
Got
I
some
think that's really
environmental
cool.
storytelling. I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys have seen, but they're wearing some rat skulls on their neck
Yeah.
of their previous victims.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
just
connect
occurred
the
to me.
dots there, but-
He's kind of sadistic then, because he's not just killing him for food, he's wearing them.
No, he's just making sure he uses all of it. He's recycling.
Oh my god, dude, the art we've made for this video though, everybody's drawings is actually like insane, and they're all literally none of them are like similar. They're all so different and unique. It's always crazy how we all get the same prompt and it's just complete juxtapositions. Every character design is completely different.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, this prompt went kind of crazy.
Well, thank you guys for joining this collab. It could not have been possible without every artist here putting in the work, making some crazy cool art. Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Yes, I
Thanks for
loved
having me.
seeing everyone's art. It was very fun.
It was very nerve-wracking for me. I'm joking, but I love seeing all of them.